correct you on one of your statements.
Go ahead.
Black people don't vandalize. Black people steal.
Well, he took a job at Jackson State, which is an HBCU, and was kind of trying to turn the program around and did so. He did a great job. He had some bumps and bruises. I think one time his office was vandalized during a game, but he stayed in there. He brought a lot of money to the school, and a lot of celebrities were rooting for him. And recently he took a job at Colorado. I'm not sure if it's Colorado State, but he did take a job at Colorado State. He was excited about it, but the internet wasn't too excited. How do you feel about it before we get into it?
Hey, Brandon, I'll go correct you on one of your statements.
Go ahead.
Black people don't vandalize. Black people steal. So you ain't gonna black folks don't vandalize. Black people will steal.
Yes.
So if you see any of these riots out here, if black people don't be burning no places down, they'll be young white males. But once that door open, we go in there to steal the stuff.
Right. Vandalizing is more like damaging property and doing those kind of things. So yes, they did steal some things. I think they stole rings and phones and just all kinds of
credit cards and stuff.
Yeah, credit cards. So yes.
I think Dion, everybody want to elevate. Dion, he I guess to me, he wanted to prove himself. He proved himself on a college level. He proved himself on a high school level. He proved himself in the NFL. And the next step is maybe proving yourself on a Power 5 school. Yeah. And also, here's nothing that nobody never said this. His kids, some of his kids are transferring to that school. So imagine how many eyes is going to be on his son at that school. Right. And he may have a chance to go to the NFL just for playing that school. And ain't nobody said nothing about that.
Well, and you know why? Because they don't want that black father being positive, trying to raise his son the right way and being there for him. They don't want that narrative. It's just easier to attack him, be like, look, he turned his back on a black school. And initially when I heard about it, I kind of thought that too, but this is Deion Sanders. Like this is prime time. This is not necessarily. Yeah, I saw my mic was going out, but I'll start over. Like Deion, this is prime time. Deion never said he was Malcolm X or he was going to be our civil rights leader. He's just an athlete playing a sport. And then he retired and wanted to coach football. He did. I think Stephen A. Smith asked him about, why he took the Jackson State job. He said God called him to do that. He never said God told him to stay there forever, but he did come. He took it serious and elevated the program.
And to me, he made sacrifices.
He did.
I think he gave a lot of his money away back to the school.
Yeah.
He brought probably $50 million in that state, which all that money is taxed. He brought recognition to that state, recognition to that school, and also recognition to historic black universities and college and universities, which I am a graduate of.
Right, which is a big thing.
And he told it if new opportunity comes up, he go weigh his options.
Yeah, and not only that, him doing that at Jackson State just let other players know that they can, if they want to coach or they want to go to some of these smaller schools and do the same thing he did, they can make that into a thing and make kids interested in going to the HBCUs and elevate them like that. It's not all on Deion's shoulders. Like Deion plays a part in it, but he did his part. And he wants to transition to something else. Now somebody else is trying to step up. We can't just rely on him to do all the work. And then if he wants to do something else, we're going to kill him online for it. I'm just tired of seeing that.
Yeah, he brought success and recognition to the school. The opportunity came up, he took it. And you may not know this, Brandon, but how's the black people? How do your regular black people in real life act towards each other?
In what manner? In the workforce or what?
No, just in general. How do we act towards each other?
This is a loaded question, but we're competitive. We talk junk to each other. We're not as loving as we can be. We're not as supportive as we can be. So we need to do more of that. Go ahead.
All right. So if black people act that way towards each other, the administration at these schools will most likely act that same way within that process.
That's true. That's
so
true.
A lot of people don't know this, but these administrations at these black schools, some of them be stealing, man.
Yes, they do. They do.
some of them be stealing, and it's always somebody trying to take something off the top or back end. These board of directors.
Does that happen at a lot of schools? I mean, that's just a thing that happens in general. We can say it does happen just because it's not as many eyes at some of the smaller schools, but that's just something people do. People gonna steal. They're gonna see a way to steal and a way they can hide or misappropriate money. They're gonna try to do it.
It happens in every school, but here's the difference, Brandon. Just say you have a bill, a debt that's due, and it costs $1 to pay that debt. If you get $1 in, how much stealing can you do if you got to pay that $1?
You can't do a lot of stealing.
So when you do steal or do shady stuff at black schools, you got less resources. So it's you getting hit hard.
You're right.
So imagine at these PWIs, predominantly white institutions, they got the same $1 bill, but they got $10 that's coming in. How much stealing can you do then?
You can do more stealing.
You can do more stealing, and it won't hurt nobody.
You're right.
And that's the difference, man. I mean, if you don't got no money, you can't be picking it. You can't be blowing your money.
You can't
if you don't got no money.
But let me ask you this: how you think Dion felt when he came after the game? He came back to his office, and then saw that somebody tried to break in. Like he was like,
niggas.
right. That's what he was thinking.
Nigga, I had to leave right then, Brandon. I said, look at this. I'm bringing all this recognition.
Right.
I'm bringing all this talent. I'm bringing all these opportunities.
Sacrificing my time too.
Yeah, and money. And y'all bad kids got the nerve. They was guys too, because women ain't breaking no bill. Y'all bad kids got the nerves to take from a person who's given to you.
Right. Do you think, I'm not trying to make this a racial thing, but do you think they would do this to Nick Saban? Like people will break in Nick Saban office to try to get a Rolex or something like that. Do you think people had the same respect for him, or when they see Dion, they see a black person and it's like, well, I'm about to take because I ain't got, I'm gonna take, even though he's given. He came to this school. I still don't like Dion. You know what I'm saying? He think he all that.
So you saying, will white students break into Nick Saban off? No, no.
Why
you gonna do that for? You gonna respect that? That's Alabama. He's a king. He's a king in Alabama.
Right. But why Dion is a king at Jackson State though? You would think, right?
Man, if Martin Luther King was living today, black folks would kill him. If Malcolm X was living today and walked through the hood, black folks would kill him.
Or
if they'd kill him. If Muhammad Ali was 21 years old today and walked through the hood, black folks would kill him.
And why is that though? Why is that? We're just so tribal, or we just see everybody as a threat, or our environment is such a war zone that we just always like on go.
I don't know. We lost our morals. We lost who we are as a people. And watch this. What the Bible said: if you don't get your act right, other nations will rule over you.
Yeah.
So if the Jewish people don't get their act right, other nations will rule over you. Now, who's ruling over? Who are black people getting ruled over?
Yes, we are.
Oh, well, I'm just going by what the Bible say. Don't
right.
Don't
and
trust me.
Not to jump around.
Thank you for watching. And if you like the content, do not be afraid to hit that like button and the subscribe button. And don't forget to share it out. Man, we got videos dropping every single week, and we surely appreciate your time. And we can't wait to hear back from you. Leave a comment, leave a like, and guys, make sure you have a good day. God bless you. Take it easy.